In this video, we're going to have a look into how we can do a scene detection on any clip in Mistika. So I have a video clip in my timeline, and as we are going to be able to see here now in the record monitor, it's a consolidated file with all the media and all the cuts inside that file, and they're asking us to do a grade. One of the most common deliverables to a colorist is sometimes getting sent a consolidated file where the colorist later needs to do scene detection to be able to cut it down. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to double click and enter the visual editor. And in the visual editor, well, here you can see we can move around and see that there are loads of cuts here. I'm going to go to detect scenes, and here run scene detection. I'm going to speed up this process so we can focus on how to cut the scenes. Once the scene detection is done, we get this readout here, and you can see here we have a lot of gray and red vertical lines. We have here a really large gray line. That is exactly the cursor, just where we are. So we can move around the timeline in our visual editor, where we could actually double check that all those gray bars or lines really represent a cut in the edit. Okay. So then we can move the orange line to define where we're going to do the cut. And for example, maybe shall we drop it down there? Let's see if that is a cut. So what I can do actually is move to that section and zoom in a bit just by getting hold of one of the ends of the zoom bar here and move it and see if that is a cut. So we're going from, yes, so it's two night shots, time-lapse night shots, and it is a cut. So yeah, I could really drop the orange line as low as that. And then we have something here at the beginning. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back out and move just to that spot and see that as well. It's a very similar shot, and Mistika sees that there is a very slight change in the image, in the colors and the information, so might take some time to detect it as a cut, but we can judge that here, and once we have it we could perform the cuts. But before we do that, I want to prepare my timeline, and for example to this shot maybe already add a color grade effect and maybe add also legalizer, so I'm already preparing for what I'm going to do here. And then once I have this prepared, I can go back to my detect scenes, have all my cuts ready to do, and as soon as I press cut detected scenes, I go back to my timeline and we could see that Mistika has performed cuts exactly where they were detected, and it's propagated the cuts to all the effects that were on top, making it really useful to actually set up your work, your grade over the clips, prepare your timeline, and then do the scene detection and prepare the timeline before you work. So that is the way you could do a scene detection in Mistika.